Welcome to Crush on This. I'm Allison Levine from Please the Palate, along with my friends Cindy Reining from Grape Experiences and Christine Campbell from Girls Go Grape. And we're going to talk about pairing wines with grilled food because July is National Grilling Month. But I'm a Californian, so I get to grill year round. Do you guys get to grill year round?
Yeah.
No.
No, because you have snow where you live.
Yeah.
But for me, okay, you grill in the snow too.
I don't.
Fine. I
do
get the sunshine.
Snow, not often.
But I get the sunshine, I get to grill year round, but we will honor National Grilling Month. So what I find is that when I'm grilling food, I tend to grill mostly fish and vegetables. I mean, I love meat, but what's easy for me is fish and vegetables. And what I regularly grill weekly is salmon. And so I think about salmon and pairing with food. One of my typical things is to pair it with Pinot Noir, because everyone says that salmon and Pinot are the perfect pairing. And occasionally I'll even throw in a great Chardonnay, because Chardonnay also works really well with with salmon, and Pinot. And so what I find is that if I'm just taking a basic piece of salmon that's freshly cut, I put a little olive oil and salt and throw it on the grill, the perfect wine for me is Pinot Noir. And what I had the other night was this Fiddlehead Cellars Oldville Pinot Noir. And now the Oldville Reserve, Fiddlehead is a Santa Barbara-based winery. Kathy Joseph is the owner and winemaker, but she sources for one wine, this one, from the Willamette Valley, from Aloro Cellars in Chehalem Mountains. And what I love about the Oregon style of Pinot is that it's got this, kind of great plum and cherry and all these great fruit aromas, as well as the spicy and savory herbs, forest floor. And I think it goes really well with salmon, except what I did last night. And I put a rub on mine. And the rub of my salmon had spice in it. And spice did not work. So what I had with last night's salmon was some Riesling. And I had the Smith Madrone dry Riesling from Napa Valley, which isn't what you would think with grilled food. I mean, I don't know if you guys think of that, but what I loved, and I could have even gone into something with a little more residual sugar, it worked really well with the spice. And then of course, I still was able to taste the beauty of the salmon. So I found it really interesting that red wine is not the automatic go-to with grilling, and that it really is about what you're putting with that protein. So I was wondering, Cindy, what do you grill and what have you found works?
I grill a lot of chicken. I grill a lot of vegetables. But when I do grill the chicken, I love a sweet barbecue sauce on my chicken. And I think it just reminds me of a little girl. My dad would always do that on the smoker in the backyard. But I didn't have wine back then. So now I do. And what I've been looking at is a real fruit-forward Zinfandel. And I had one of this a couple weeks ago. It's the Robert Biale Vineyards. And it is unbelievable. It is impressive. It's elegant. It's so layered and complex. Now it's $55. So it's not, in the sweet spot is maybe, 15 to 20. But I tell you, every sip is worth it because it's textured, it's complex. You've got wood, you've got chocolate, you've got all these red berries and dark berries, and it makes the sweet barbecue sauce on that chicken just taste that much better. So this is my recommendation, and I say go for it. It's delicious.
I think that's really cool because here I picked a fish and I found a red wine and a white wine, a Riesling nonetheless, for its minerality and the fruit notes, the kind of stone fruits. And then you have a white meat chicken and you put it with Zinfandel, which most people would think goes with steak. So I don't know, Christine, are you going to wow us with some weird pairing too, or are you going to go what we traditionally think?
I think I'm gonna wow it and be a little bit weird. I am the barbecue queen of my home. It's kind of cool. I love it. And one of my best or go-tos is a pork tenderloin. I marinate it, not complicatedly. I've got some maple syrup, some balsamic vinegar, oil, and a hint of yellow mustard overnight. And for me, on a warm day outside, I don't really want a red wine. I want a white wine. I want something refreshing. So probably a lot of people are going to be surprised, but what I have done is I've chosen a South African Chenin Blanc, which really hits a whole bunch of notes. It's got some good acid to balance the protein. It's not overpowering, but it's like lifted and fruity enough to just be a gorgeous little balance. And it's killer. It's killer. Love
I think
it.
it sounds fabulous. You know, I think it's a lot of it too is the sauce that we put on our meats or on our vegetables. So, you know, Allison, you were saying with chicken, you know, Zinfandel, but I think with that sweet barbecue sauce, you really just need that old vine fruit forward wine. And something like the Robert Biale, the vineyard or the Zinfandel, it just has so many notes that pair so beautifully. So.
Yeah, it is that old adage. It's not the protein, it's really what you're doing to it. And
right.
so, yeah, so if you're gonna, for me, if you're going to poach, if you're going to bake, if you're going to just simply grill salmon, go for the Pinot. But if you're gonna start putting on a spicy rub, you might wanna rethink that wine. By the way, that Chenin Blanc has the most beautiful bottle. I love that.
I know, I love that bottle.
So this is Protea from South Africa. It's just coastal region, you know, $14 in my Canadian market. So it doesn't break the bank. I think that grilling should be casual and fun and not a lot of thought. So perfect.
I agree.
Well, next time you're going to heat up your grills, what wine are you going to pair with your food? We look forward to hearing what your pairings are, and we want to thank you for joining us on Crush on This, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Cheers. Bye.